Are modern women delusional or are men just jealous? I'm trying this again. I tried to go live earlier, but the syncing was off. But I'm live now. Guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know what's up. So guys, I want to talk today about hypergamy. Hypergamy. I want to talk about the dynamics when you add finances to modern dating. So I'm going to play a few videos. I'm going to react to it. So let's start with the first one. Let's check out this first video. And this is from 8 at the Table. Let's check this out and react. Gotta put myself there so you can see me.
You could be making $1 million and I'm making $80,000, $100,000, and we in the same home. Why would I have to be making $1 million to be
Who said that,
of
though?
love?
No.
This is what I'm
No,
asking.
just different. Okay, you're right, because then that's a different league.
This is what I'm saying, and I'm saying within the leagues, why do women, when they have the money and have the power, why do they look for a man that has money and power? Why are they not looking for a companion? Because if I have the money, real shit, I don't need you to have the money.
I agree. I think people
I need
do
you to
that.
be my
No?
partner. I need you to love me, have my backbone, rub my back when it's tough times. And if you want to come bring some money to the table, let's do it. You want to bring some
Ideas,
some technology
absolutely,
to the table,
I agree with that.
then let's go on and do that. But in the woman's mind, I really want you to tell me, why does a man have to meet you at your level to be legit if you're a boss?
Wow, this is great conversation, and I have the answer to it. First of all, there's this video where Jordan Peterson broke down why women are hypergamous, but it's pretty obvious why women are hypergamous. It's because when a woman gets pregnant, she's going to be out of work, and if she's raising those kids until they're 18, she might not even be able to go to work. Like traditionally, right? Women didn't work because they were raising the kids. So if she is burdened in that way, she wants to know that the man is gonna take care of things in the house, so everything is afloat and she can live at the standard that she is used to. Now, he brought a very interesting conversation about a woman that's wealthy, and then why can't she pick a guy, that's not as wealthy as her and date him? So that first reason why women are hypergamous is one of the reasons, because if she does get pregnant and she does have to be out of work, how is this man going to keep up with the bills? How is this man going to keep up with the standard of living for the years to come as they raise kids? So that's the first reason. The second reason is, historically and presently, we've heard too many stories about men that abuse power dynamics. A lot of times when a woman, a lot of times when a woman is the one that's financially stable, men are naturally ambitious. Men naturally want to get up in life, right? Men naturally want to do that. And sometimes you will find that the man wants to overthrow her. He wants to take up all her resources and typically use and abuse her. Now, even statistics show that men that make less money than their wives, typically cheat on them. So there are a few dynamics here. The first one is the fact that, so we've heard too many stories about men that actually abuse power, and either, if you're not the one providing or able to provide for the house, and you still want that dominant role in the house, that's kind of problematic, because that dominance comes with power, and power. Finances is synonymous with power in society. Yes, money is not power. Power is power, but money is the next step of power. So now, if you don't have the money, yet you still want to be treated like the source of power in the household, that doesn't make sense. Because if I'm paying all the bills and you're still seeking the position of a man, but you're not fulfilling the role of a man, which is to provide. So that's the dynamic. And then a lot of times you will find, and I've heard too many stories, I've seen it firsthand too many times, where men that come from women that marry down, they end up being abused by these men. These men want to bring them down and lower than their level. It's kind of their ego. And I'm not saying everybody, obviously you have to look at different dynamics. Like, is the person healthy? Is the person intelligent? All these things. You have to look at those dynamics before you even date in the first place. But a lot of times we hear about these stories of men abusing the women and using them as a stepping stone. And sometimes they get to the point where they discard these women. So women are scared of this dynamic. They're afraid of men. They're afraid of giving a man this much power and him overthrowing them and abusing them. So why don't women marry down? Because they don't want to be overthrown and abused. And you're going to find that a lot of times, if you're talking about, like, how low are you talking about? Because typically when you're talking about someone from the lowest parts of society, well, things like, and I hate to say it like this because I don't think that poor people are thieves or anything, or that poor people are morally incorrect or anything, but things like theft, things like that are morally corrupt, tend to be more acceptable because of survival instincts. So people are more likely, when people aren't born into money, they're more likely going to commit immoral acts for survival. So like, for example, women that are born into money, you're not going to see them sleeping with men for money. But women that have never had money growing up, a lot of them might say, okay, well, this guy has money, I'm going to sleep with him because they were never, that is the only way they know how to make money. Or when you look at Aladdin, for example, you know, he's hungry. I think somebody was hungry. A girl was hungry and he gave her he stole a piece of bread to feed this girl. Now he's stealing because he wants to feed, like, a lot of people will steal to feed their family, but you're still stealing and that's morally incorrect. So I guess the conversation is about a lot of women, if you're used to this standard where you don't ever have to be put in a position to steal, to rob, to do anything for survival, because survival is basically what you've always been used to all your life, then you associate with somebody from a lower part of society that they saw people gangbanging all their lives. They saw people doing these immoral acts, and maybe they didn't have this family structure that taught them that is not acceptable. Well, then they're going to see a clash in morals. And I think the fear is this person that is from this lower part of society will come and abuse power within my household. And I've heard too many stories. I've seen too many stories of women being physically abused, robbed clean, or used as stepping stones and all those things. So this is the reason that women just won't marry down. This is the reason. It's something that we've learned through history. It's not new. I was watching this show, the Gentleman Jack, very great show, and it's in the story. It's actually about this. In the story, there's this character, and she has a sister, right? And her father died and left his will to her to her brother, but her brother died, and so the will was left to her and her sister, right? So her name is, what's her name? I can't remember. Miss Walker, right? Miss Walker and her sister. Now, Miss Walker's sister decides to marry this man, and this is based in the 1800s in the UK. So Miss Walker's sister decides to marry this man, and Miss Walker is single. Well, let's put it that way. She's single. And then what happens is Miss Walker's sister's husband then forces his wife to give him all of her assets and put it in his name, because that was the way. But even though back then, when the will was written, their father ensured that they would not have to give their assets, their wealth, to their husbands, but this man bullied his wife into giving everything to him. So that's already scary, right? Because if he decides, he now has all the power, and if he decides he's going to kick her out of her house, she could be on the streets. And the way that he acts, he's very capable of something like that. So that's what happens. But this man was so greedy that not only did he try to take the sister's wealth, he also tried to take Miss Walker's wealth, which was rightfully hers. Now, we hear too many stories about men that are fortune hunters. We see too many situations when men try to abuse power and overthrow to get to the position of power that women don't even want to be put in a position where they would even allow a man do such a thing. Final example, we look at the royal family and we look at Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. They made sure it was very clear that he was not King Philip. They did not give him the king title. They gave him, I believe, the Queen's Consort. Wait, hold on. I think the Queen's Consort is the name they gave him. And even Queen Victoria, this happened as well with her. They made sure to not give these men the title of king, but something like, royalty. There's a lot more politics and more men actually in control of that. But they want to make sure not to give these men these titles because men are ambitious and men will steal and snatch the throne. So why don't women marry down? That is why women don't marry down. We're afraid. I know I went a little long on that. Let me play the second video. And I hope that broke that down. I hope that made it very clear why women just don't want to marry down. We've just heard too many stories and we've seen too many times it doesn't end right for the woman. She gets manipulated, abused, etc. Okay, so let me play the next video. All right, this is 8 at the table again.
Money or not a boss.
Let's play that again.
With money or not a boss. That's what they need to understand. They're a woman with money. That's it. Cause like here's the thing. I'm listening, and all I hear is, see, a boss gets all the jobs done. That's what a boss doesn't say, I'm tired. I can't do this job today. I'm tired. I can't do that job today. A boss gets all the jobs done. So just because you got money, you need to understand that you're not a boss bitch. You're a woman with money. And there's a big dip. Women with money are not a boss. That's what I need to understand.
To me, this is just giving jealousy. It's just giving jealousy. I think my thing is delayed right now. Oh, so annoying. It's giving jealousy. I actually responded to this video. What did I say? I said, why single out women though? The same applies to men, but more importantly, getting ish done. I want to show you guys my response. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Let me put it. Oh. The hell's going on? There's a lot going on the screen. Okay, so here's my response. This a few weeks ago, actually. All right. I said, why single out women though? The same applies to men, but more importantly, getting stuff done doesn't make you a boss. Many low-level employees get stuff done, but they aren't bossing, quote unquote bossing. Being a boss just means having people to answer to you in your place of work. It's more complex than that. It's not more complex than that. In truth, you just sound jealous of women with money and their independence. That's most likely what this comment is rooted in. And he did respond to Michael. I mean, a lot of people agreed with me because, like, seriously, what he was just saying is nonsense. But yeah, he said, whatever he said, his response is dumb. But honestly, to me, I just see jealousy. I see, to men, a lot of men, it's like, again, I talked about earlier how men are ambitious. And when you see a woman with money and you know that, first of all, a lot of men are ambitious, but only 1% of men actually get access to the success. And I talk about this in a few videos, how patriarchy is structured to keep men, the majority of men, poor, but lie to them that they still have power because they are men. While the guys actually at the top just exploit them, brainwash them to think they're great, and they date the men at the top, date all the women, You know, but the funny thing is that because these men at the bottom don't have any power, they don't go and attack the men at the top because they're afraid of them. Instead, they attack the women that have proximity to those men. And so it's an interesting thing. It's like they're using women as scapegoats. But for me, what's interesting here is saying a woman with money is not a boss. Because there's this idea, and this is what is rooted in, this idea that if a woman has money, she has to have gotten it from a man. She has to have gotten it from having sexual intercourse with a man or dating a man or her father. There's no way that she got the money on her own. And I just think we all live in modern society. Like, I don't understand why these ignorant, archaic views are still in place when in fact we see time and time again that women are thriving in the workplace. Yes, sure, we're not making our dollar is not equal to the man's dollar. Men still make more money than women. Equal pay is not a thing. But even women in their 30s are actually more financially successful than men in their 20s. Women in their 20s are more financially successful than men in their 20s. So to me, it's like, it's kind of crazy when I hear comments like this. I do think my thing is delayed, so I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do. Bear with me. But it's just an ignorant comment. I just wanted to point it out. He just sounds jealous. A lot of men are just jealous when they see successful women. And it's really sad, honestly. It's really sad. All right. So, I think my screen is flipped. Wow, this is weird. Is it always flipped? I don't know. We're going to keep going. All right. What's next? This is so weird. Okay, next video. Okay, so I know I've come a lot after the men that have made ridiculous comments, but in this video, we're going after the women making ridiculous comments. We're going after the women with ridiculous comments. Now, let's check it out. Ooh, internet is slow. I just don't understand the point of this slow internet. Jeez. All right, let's show it on here. I want this ad to leave. Okay. You can see how slow the internet is. Annoying. Okay, so it's about 1 minute in.
Is when she wakes up to go back to work.
So let me ask you something.
What is going on? Oh my God.
You gonna pay for it?
Jesus. All right. Oh my goodness. Sorry about this. This is just annoying. Okay. I'm trying to get it perfect. There we go. Okay. Here we go.
I'm done with you. I'll take you back to your job.
So wait, you already said you can't deal with a guy that got a job?
Do you have a job, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, why can't I deal with you? The reason why I cannot deal...
She said it as if like it was like an option. Like,
no, it's not an option, and that's what I was gonna say. With respect to your girlfriend, that's not what I mean.
She's not gonna take it personally.
Yeah,
She
don't.
know
I
we
can't
working.
take anybody that got a job either. That's why I said I was.
Why
I don't
not,
want
though?
nobody with a job because
we want to go to Jamaica
Yeah.
to see your girl's family, and you can't because you got
to
to
We've been
go
to
to
that.
your.
when it comes.
But you can't tell them like, oh, I gotta go to Jamaica tomorrow.
True.
Like you
I don't have
gotta.
to.
No, but when it
So
comes
you could just
to-
leave your job
I mean,
anytime. Like you told us we had to push the time back because you didn't get off work till a certain time. Like that already is like a hassle.
okay.
No, but
That's a red flag?
for me, no,
Not a red
it's
flag.
not a red flag. But for me personally, because I know when a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't date a man with a job," a lot of people on the internet take it to offense. But me, Destiny, cannot date a man with a job. One, because I'm very spontaneous, and I need Wait, Jay. Before you get to leaning back and breaking the chair, what I'm saying is, and I also need a man to understand where I'm at in the moment that I'm at. Like, I probably will have a week where I work so much, and then I have a week where I don't work at all. You get what I'm saying? So as an entrepreneur, it's like it's very up and down, and I just want somebody to understand the mental state that I'm in. Sometimes I get really, really depressed because I always have to show up for people. So then I'd be like, I want a man to be there to comfort me during that moment. I just feel like a man.
So you want a maid too?
I don't want a maid. I want a man. We not the same.
Bro,
It sounds like you want him to be there too.
No, I don't. It's different, friend.
with all due respect, because you can call me like so many names, I can say this. With all due respect,
He about to get it off his chest. Get it off your chest, Jay. Spit it out. Say it with your chest. Back to the wall.
that is it's just
Say what
you got it
say.
fucked up. I'm
I
gonna tell
got
you
it
why.
fucked up. Okay.
Yeah. Because just because a guy has a job doesn't mean that he can't understand the things that you're going through.
Okay.
Just because a guy has a job doesn't mean he's not an entrepreneur. And since we're here, right? This is my first time ever having a.
Okay. I mean, it's just so ridiculous to me because, first of all, if you're an entrepreneur, especially when you're just building your business, you probably work more hours than somebody that has a job. So this idea that like you can just pick up and go and travel the world, just because you have a job, or just because you have a job does not mean that you don't have free time. There are people that work remotely. Just because you're an entrepreneur does not mean that you can work remotely. So it's kind of ridiculous to me when they say things like that. It's like a little delusional. And it's like, I know some people were saying, oh, modern women, blah, 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 all this stuff about modern women. But I just feel like ultimately it's like pretty sad that she said this. It's pretty ignorant. I mean, who thinks like that? And I've seen a few people say that. And it's, I mean, I just fear when people are that superficial about what they're looking for in a partner and not paying attention to your values, your belief systems, your morals, your mission in life, where you're trying to go in life, and focus on aligning on those things. And obviously physical attraction is important. But when you don't think like that and instead you're focusing on how much money is in his bank account, how like is he good looking, does he have a big, is he this, is he that, when you think about superficial things and then you hear about people oh my god, I have to find the video. There's a video of this guy saying that he's gonna leave his girlfriend, his wife, he was gonna leave his wife because she had cancer and he was no longer attracted to her. So I have to find that video. But that's the kind of situation you're going to get. You're going to get someone that's disloyal. When you have been superficial, then don't expect loyalty from that person. Don't expect a good quality person. And when shit hits the fan and it gets really tough, expect crap because you were shallow and you were looking at superficial things in your partner. I just feel like, I don't think it's a modern thing. I think there have always been people that were ignorant in this way and thought like this. I think society has always had this. I just think that now with the internet, it's just pushed in our face more and we are more exposed to the foolery that's going on in the dating world. But I think back in the day, we just didn't hear about people's individual situations and the bizarreness of it. We just only heard about that of our friends and our close family. But now on the internet, we just have access to people's stupidity. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you don't want to date someone with a job, that's on you, girl. That's on you. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do with the internet. It's just, how many minutes are we? We're 23 minutes in. My God, I want to play more videos, but the internet is just difficult. Okay, let's check out this other video. Kendra G, I love her show. Kevin Samuels is gone, but Kendra G is giving us some solid content. That's the thing about the internet. It will always replace you. It commoditizes. But that's for that commentary is from my other channel. All right, here we go. Kendra G. She's legally married, wants a man who is worth $1 million. She will not have sex often. Interesting. Oh my God, this internet. It's not even the internet. It's my computer is slow, and I don't know why it's slow, but.
So if you're married, why are you on my show?
Because I need to meet somebody, you know.
But you're married.
We're not together, and we have no chance of getting together.
What kind of man are you looking for?
Someone who has at least $1 million in net worth.
Say what?
He has to have $1 million in net, or I'm not even date him. Okay? I don't really want to have sex with anybody anymore. Tell you the truth.
Okay, hold pause. Okay, wait, pause. Let me run this down to you. So you're married. You want a man that's worth $1 million, and you don't want to have sex.
Not really, not like that. Maybe once a month, whatever. But I mean, that's the reason why I probably get married again, because you know it's just too much involved with this person.
I don't know what's going on. I might have to cut this video off short, but basically, yeah, you got the gist of it. This woman is married. I watched the full video. Basically, she's married. She's just got a divorce, or she's trying to get separated. She says she's worth $1 million. She's a financial advisor, and she wants somebody that's on her level. She did say that she doesn't want to have sexual intercourse with him, but she's okay with him doing that. And Kendra just went off on her. There were other things that she brought up on the show that was kind of ridiculous. But ultimately, I think there's this level of delusion that's going on from both sides, you know, both sides, from women and men. Level of delusion. Because, like, I mean, maybe she'll find someone. Who knows? Maybe she'll find someone, you know, someone that's looking for companionship. Maybe she'll find someone. But ultimately, it's like the things that you hear on the internet about what people want in a partner, and it's like, where do you think you're going to find this person? Maybe you will. Like, that's why it's good that they come on these shows and they announce what they want, because what they want might just find them online. But to the rest of us that are just like, what is going on? It's kind of interesting. I was going to play another video, but I think I'm going to cut it short because the internet is terrible. Or not, my computer is just slow. I don't know what's going on. I have to fix this. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. You're watching the Kenim O show, and I'm your host, Kenim O. I'll see you in the next one. Leave a comment down below, and I'll fix up my internet and stuff. I know right now I'm probably delayed, which sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. End stream. Even ending the stream is taking forever. Come on. Let's do it. There we go.